What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It is your boy Comet Chat. I'm here today because I was just thinking about doing this topic. And I said, I had conversations with people on YouTube and said, man, there's nothing to watch on TV. There's only a few shows on here and they're not very well written. Man, TV is just getting boring. And I said, I don't know if I totally agree with that. And there was one of my boys, Brian agreed. He said, there's nothing on network TV. There's no good TV shows. There's no this, there's no that. Everything's going to streaming service. So for the past hour and a half, I've been researching, and I went back to my list on what I have on my TV system. And I went back to the most recent things I watched, and I narrowed it down to 10. It's going to be 9 TV shows that I currently watch or have watched in one movie that I recommend and that I really like. So it's not going to be in any particular order. It's not my worst to best, my worst to best. It's not my best to worst. It's just 10 shows that I currently watch right now that I think is good. And Chillmonger, Yellowstone is not on there. Yellowstone is not on there. This is 10 shows that I'm currently watched or have watched in the past 6 months in one movie that I recommend that you watch that I think is very good. First one I'm going to watch, I'll tell you about is this. You're going to be like, what? Because when I first saw it, I was like, this is going to be quite boring. But the show is actually good. It is well written. It is Matlock, the 2024 Matlock. Yeah, I said it. You remember Matlock starring Andy Griffith? Well, they did a reboot, and this Matlock stars Kathy Bates. This right here is her cast. Kathy Bates starring as Madeline Matlock. Jason Ritter, who is John Ritter's son, the late John Ritter, stars as Julian. Sky Marshall stars as Olympia. And Bo Bridges. He's one of the actors on there too. He's the attorney over his law firm. I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of this. Like I said, when I first said Matlock, but basically Matlock is she's using Matlock's name, kind of as a distraction, but actually her daughter died from an overdose, and somebody in that law firm, it was either Julian, Olympia, or Bro Bridges, had something to do with it. So she's going in. She wasn't she was an attorney, but she retired. She's filthy rich, but she's living two lifestyles. Her and her grandson and her husband are trying to investigate to find out who is behind some kind of case that could have prevented her daughter from overdosing on some kind of drugs. And so she's deep undercover. She's like a double agent. She's lying here, she's lying there. I like, man, when I first saw it, I was like, man, this is gonna be boring, man. I'm 4 episodes in. This is season 1. It's on CBS. It's on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. It's Matlock. It's very well written. If you like Boston Legal, it's kind of the same style as Boston Legal, but it's not as corny and zany as Boston Legal is can be sometimes. It's a very serious drama, and she is trying to find out who's behind it, but she's got to play like a double agent. So she goes home, and her and her grandson, they're breaking it down. I don't want to tell you too much about it, but the actors are good. The actress is Olympia. She's good. It stars Kathy Bates as Madeline, John Ritter as Julian, Leah Lewis as Sarah, and Sky Marshall as Olympia. Very good show. I recommend it. Like I said, it comes on CBS. One of those channels that Brian said doesn't produce good shows. CBS, Brian, check it out. Thank you for coming. I believe in Danny. It's great to be a great. It's going to be a great list. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. What's up, guys? Scar. What's up, Anzo? Hater. What's up, Major? What up, Doe? Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. That's my number 1. Like I said, this is in no particular order. This is just, of course you would because you are just as bad. What does that mean? Okay. But anyway, Matlock, that's one show I recommend. The second show I recommend, I want to pull it up, is High Surf Rescue. This comes on. Let me pull it up. I want to make sure y'all can see it. This comes on Monday nights at 9 p.m. on Fox. It's called Rescue High Surf. This is a bunch about lifeguards, but it's way better than Baywatch. As you can see, the star of it is Ariel Cabell. She stars as Emily. She's a lieutenant for the lifeguard team. Adam Demos is a love interest. He's from Australia. This Kiko Kamano, he's one of the lifeguards. a new actor. I'm not familiar with him. This guy, Robbie Mascavia, he stars as Sonny, and he's the captain over that particular group of lifeguards. They're in Hawaii, in one of the worst parts of Hawaii for drownings and stuff. And they're very highly trained lifeguards. It's kind of like a competition every day you see them, they're working out and stuff. And there's a captain in each different division. There's a captain and lieutenant. The lieutenant wants to be captain, but she feels like it's a male-dominated profession, and so she's trying to overcompensate sometimes, and she sometimes pushes um, people's buttons wrong, and sometimes she can be very abrasive. But it's a very good show. Right now, the captain, Sonny, his nephew was drowning. He's kind of going through PTSD, and he's not grieving very well, and he's making kind of silly decisions and doing stuff. And right now, he's trying to get his mind right. But I'm telling you, man, this is a good show. Like I said, it comes on Fox on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Rescue High Surf. It's more serious, it's more dramatic than um, the other lifeguard show. I can't think of it now. I just said it, and I got to draw on a blank. It's nothing like Baywatch. It is way more serious than Baywatch. Very good storylines, very good cast. So it's a very young cast. I've never heard some of these people on here before, but I'm telling you, Rescue High Surf. That's my number 2 for a TV show you need to check out. This is one that's probably going to rub people wrong. I know there's been a lot of people hating it, but I watch it. It is The Equalizer. The Equalizer. It is starring Queen Latifah. She's the female McCall. You know, Denzel Washington plays Robert McCall. In the early 80s, it was the other one. I can't think of his name. But she is Robin McCall. She's an ex-CIA operative, bad to the bone. She has a daughter named Delilah, played by the actress Leah Hayes. Her aunt, Viola, plays by Lorraine Toussaint. And the love interest is Tony Kittles. His name is Dante. He's a New York detective that at first he didn't like her and call her a rogue, but then he started seeing that she was really trying to do good, and they became a love interest. But right now he's been transferred to some um, different agency in California, and they're still trying to do this long distance thing. But Equalizer's in the 5th season. Some people didn't think it would last, but it's very good storylines. She has her team put together right now. Her team is in some kind of having some issues, but her team is Harry and Mel. They're a husband and wife. Harry is played by actor Adam Goldberg, and Mel is played by actress Lisa Lapira. They are her. Leah is like a special forces expert, and Harry is like a computer expert. And they got this thing called a sanctum. You get this big computer set up down there, kind of like Batman. He can figure out all kind of stuff, facial recognition. She still got ties with the CIA, but she's kind of doing her own thing. She's trying to help people, and at the same time, she's trying to raise her daughter. And now this season, on the 5th season, they got kind of this love triangle, love interest thing. Her ex-husband is wanting her back now, but she's got feelings for the detective that's now been transferred to California. So it kind of got that love triangle thing going. Queen Latifah, very good actress. She's been in a lot of shows, a lot of movies. Like I said, a lot of people's like, they gender bending with a female, being equalized and da. Well, I'm just telling you. We know the fight scenes she can't fight. When they do the fight scenes, they show it way off. I'm cool with that. But as far as the storyline, it's compelling. She's helping people. At first glance, some people are like, man, the show sucks. But I'm telling you, the show is good. I watch it. I don't watch it every week, but I'll probably let 2 or 3 episodes go, and I'll go back and I'll binge watch it. But I definitely recommend. That's my number 3 show that I recommend that you watch. That's good. If you want something good to watch, like I said, it comes on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. on CBS. Another one, Brian, CBS. Comes on Sunday nights, CBS at 9 p.m. My 4th show that I recommend that you watch, and I think is a very good show. It comes on the CW on Monday nights at 8 o'clock, and that would be Superman and Lois. Right now, we're in the 4th and final season of Superman and Lois. This show talks about and shows the lifestyle of Clark Kent, aka Superman. He's played by actor Tyler Hoechlin. His wife, Lois Lane, is played by Bitsy Tulloch. They have two sons, Alexandra Garfield. Garfin is one, and Michael Bishop is the other one. Jordan and John. And Michael Cutlets, you watch him, he's playing Lex Luthor. This is the most aggressive, most physically imposing Lex Luthor I've seen out of all the different ones. Um, as everyone been saying, as everyone has said in the past, the number one Lex Luthor, in their opinion, was Michael Rosebaum. Rosebaum is good, but this guy here, he's right behind me. He's physically imposing. He still has that intelligence. He brings an anger and a more vengeful version of Lex than I've ever seen before. Um, a lot of people criticize the CW for their TV shows and how they mess things up for as superheroes, but Superman and Lois, in my opinion, is killing it. Like I said, this is the fourth and final season. They got Steele on there, him and his daughter on there. His Steele is played by the actor Wole Parks. I can't think of his daughter's name, but she has a Steele out uniform as well. Lois Lane father, he knows about Superman, and I'm gonna tell you a quick little spoiler. Both sons, at first, just one son had superpowers. Now both sons have superpowers, and the special effects are pretty good on there. It's better than what I thought it was going to be. And but this is one thing I definitely recommend. It's the fourth television show that I recommend that you watch if you're into superhero TV shows. Definitely Superman and Lois. Number five, like I said, this list is in no particular order. But these are just shows that I've personally watched and I think is fantastic. Number five is Tulsa Kings. Tulsa Kings. This show plays on Paramount, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Paramount Plus. So you don't have to subscribe to that. But it stars Sylvester Stallone, who is Dwight Minority. I can't think of his last name, but he goes by the General. He was a made man in New York, and something went down, and for 25 years, he spent time in prison for a crime he didn't commit, but to protect the family. So when he comes back, he thinks he's going to be come back welcome and with open arms. But in 25 years, a lot of things passed, changed. The son grew up. The head man's son grew up, and he got jealous. He got power hungry, and what they did, they banished him, the general Sylvester Stallone, to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to earn money. And he's like, "Huh? I did this for 25 years. Y'all ain't gonna look out for me." But anyway, he goes to Tulsa reluctantly, and then he starts taking over bit by bit, piece by piece. He makes his own crew. Right now, they're battling two people. They're battling one cowboy who wants him out of there, and then another um, mafia member who's already established there. But I'm telling you, Tulsa King, in my opinion, Sylvester Stallone is going to be nominated for Best Actor. This is the second season. This show is very good. Sylvester Stallone is killing it. His cast is killing it. Let me see who's the cast and crew on there. His love interest is played by Dana Delaney. Her name is Margaret. Garrett Hoodlin plays Mitch, one of his lieutenants. Neil McDonough plays Thresher. You know Neil McDonough. He always plays the bad guy. He is one of he's the cowboy that wants the general out of there. And Dominique Lombardozzi. Lombardozzi. Dominique Lombardozzi plays Chicky. And he is the head mafia guy in New York that sent Sylvester Stallone, um, Dwight, that's his name on there, to Tulsa. He kind of just put him in the middle of nowhere. But right, Dwight's a survivor. He's making chicken salad out of chicken, you know what? And he's into legal marijuana. He's into casinos and automobile selling cars and stuff. But the show is very good. This is the second season. I think maybe the fourth or fifth episode. But if you are thinking about getting Paramount Plus, I would definitely recommend to get Paramount Plus because Tulsa King is definitely a good show. And that's my fifth show. My sixth show. Now this was definitely a surprise. I saw the previews and I was like, I don't know. I don't know about this, but something about it kind of piqued my interest. And this show comes on CBS on Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock, and it's called High Potential. High Potential. Now, High Potential stars this lady right here, Caitlin Olsen. She stars as Morgan. Morgan is a housewife, well, a single mother. She has 3 kids, an infant, a teenage daughter, and a son. I think he's in his teens, but she has an IQ of over 160. So, premise of it, she's a janitor in the LAPD, and they got this board up with all there's a crime, and they get all the facts and stuff and suspects on the board. And she sees that something ain't right, so she changes it. So the detective, played by by actor, what's his name? Detective Kardak. He's played by an actor named Daniel Sunjata. He's like, who messed with my board? Somebody messed with the board. So they pull the video footage and they see that she did. They call in there, and then she just tells them why she does this. And she breaks everything down, and she's like scientific. She knows all these facts, and she knows all these numbers, figures, all these big words and stuff. So the captain, she sees that this could be an asset. And the captain's name is Captain Selena, and she's played by the actress named Judy Reyes. So she hires Morgan as a consultant. Well, this don't sit well with the detective because he's like, I'm a police officer, da da da. And I went to the academy and da da da. She's just a civilian. But then when he sees how effective Morgan is and what she can see, he starts to warm up to her. So this is like the 4th or 5th episode, and they're solving crimes and stuff. But this is something that, like I said, it caught me out the blue, and I was like, I don't know if the show will be good or not, but I watch it every week. Like I said, it's called High Potential, and this lady, she's like again, if you're just coming in, she has an IQ of 160. She's super smart. She's like a savant, I guess, and she can just put things together. She notices everything. I think she got a photographic memory, but it's a very good show. It was a pleasant surpriser. So that's my number 6 show. Number 7, and this probably is not going to sit well with Mr. Anzo Hodges, but I don't care. I'm saying number 7 is The Penguin. The Penguin comes on HBO Max. It comes on Sunday nights at 9 o'clock. I'm telling you, this show is going to be nominated for Best Picture. Colin Farrell is going to be nominated for Best Actor. I think his co-star, her name is Kristen Milotti. She's going to be nominated for Best Actress. Supporting actress might go to Renee Felix, who plays Victor, who is Penguin's right-hand man. This show is a spinoff from the movie The Batman, and it's showing now the Penguin going through all his uh, trials and tribulations to try to become the kingpin of Gotham. And I'm telling you, man, he is quick on his feet. He's always thinking. He's 2 or 3 steps ahead. He's very adaptable, and he's pulling this guy Victor on his wing to try and teach him. He's making him his lieutenant. He only has one weakness that I've seen so far, and that's his mother. This is the first season of The Penguin. Like I said, it's on HBO Plus. It comes on Sundays at 9. You definitely need to tune in and check it out. This show is fantastic. Everybody but one person I know that's watch it don't like it, and that is Mr. Anzo Bigger Forward Entertainment. Let's give him a hand for having bad taste. Let's give Anzo a hand for having bad taste. Because this show is fire. This show is fire. He's the only person I know on this planet that does not like this show that has watched it. I don't think he even watched it. But anyway, I'm telling you, that's my number 7 show. It's The Penguin. Stars Colin Farrell. He is fantastic. This show is fantastic. I definitely recommend that you watch it. Number 8. Now, this show is not playing now, but it has 3 seasons. I think it's going into the 3rd season. This is the show I'm recommending is Bel Air. Bel Air, it plays on Peacock. Comes on Thursdays, I think 8 o'clock. Right now, they're between seasons. But this is a more urban version of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. It stars Jabari Banks, who stars as Will, Adrian Holmes, who's Uncle Phil, Coco Jones, who is Hillary, Cassandra Freeman, who plays Vivian. Uh, Akira Akabari plays Ashley. Jimmy Akingabola plays Jeffrey. And Jordan Jones plays Jazz. This right here is probably um, one of the best shows, remakes, I guess you want to call it, soft reboots. I don't know what you want to call it, that I've seen. Reimagining, that's the right word. Reimagining. This is a different take on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air that you saw on TV many, many years ago. Like I said, this is a more urban version. Back then on the TV show, Uncle Phil was a judge. He was an attorney, but became a judge. This Phil is also an attorney. I don't know whether he's going to become a judge or not, but it's a different take. This show, I, some people don't like it. I don't understand why they don't like it. Some people saying that it's crapping on their memories of the first original Bel Air or Fresh Prince. I don't agree with that. It's the same. It's two sides of one coin. Same thing. Two sides of one coin. Heads is different than tails, but it's on the same coin. Um, this show, if you watch season two, man, season two took you on a roller coaster. But they are staying true to some of the themes of the original show. Just about all the actors that played in the original show came back and made cameos appearance. Jeffrey in the first one came back. The Hillary in the first, no, she hadn't come back yet, but the Vivian in the first, in the original, she came back. Ashley came back, made a cameo appearance. I'm pretty sure Will's probably gonna be the last one. Jazz hadn't come back yet, the original Jazz. I'm thinking they're probably gonna come back. Right now we at the end of season two, season three. I hope it'll come back out early next year. But season three should be it ended in the season two ended in a cliffhanger. But Bel Air is so good. Like I said, it's an urban version. If you want a lot of laughs and giggles and all kind of crazy stuff, you're not going to get it like you did in the original. This is more drama based. And Carlton, the Carlton in this series is so much different than the Alfonso Ribeiro Carlton. It's not all that goofy, not unusual dance and stuff. It's none of that. This Carlton has serious problems, but the actors and actresses are so good in this. It's very compelling, man. It's times, man, make you want to cry, make you want to cheer because they go through things, trials and tribulations. But I definitely recommend those who see it like, man, I don't want to see this remake, whatever. Give it a chance. That's all I'm asking. Give it a chance because Bel Air is definitely um, a show to watch. That was my number 7. My number 8 is now it's not playing now, but you can go back and stream it. It's the House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon comes on HBO on Sundays at 9. This is 200 years before Game of Thrones. So if you watch Game of Thrones, this setting is the same family, more or less, but it's 200 years before the people that we saw on the Game of Thrones. And it stars Olivia Cook. She plays Alicent Hightower. Matt Smith plays Daemon Targaryen. Ewan Mitchell plays Armand Targaryen. Emma DeRay plays Rhaenyra. Eva Best plays Princess Rhaenyra. This show is like in Game of Thrones, you didn't see you saw those 3 dragons that the one lady had, but this you see a bunch of dragons and you see just how powerful they are and just how they sway the tides and this is just if you like Game of Thrones, you're gonna like this. It's all about knights and all that chivalry stuff and all about deception, all about it has all kind of stuff in it, all kind of crazy stuff in it. But it's a very good show, like I said. The guy that plays Damon, he was one version of some people are big followers of Doctor Who. He was one of the versions of Doctor Who. I'm gonna watch a whole episode of Doctor Who, but I couldn't tell you, but I do know that he played Matt Smith was one version of Doctor Who. I'm not sure when this series come back on, probably sometime next year, but it's definitely if you have a streaming service, definitely go back. You got HBO or HBO Max, go back and watch it. House of Dragon. I think it's better than Game of Thrones. I have watched all of Game of Thrones, but I'm more invested in these characters in the House of Dragon than I am in the ones in the Game of Thrones. Just my opinion. But that's my number 8. Number 9 is Shogun. Shogun went off, but Shogun killed it in the Grammys. They won everything. I think like 13, 14, 15 Grammys. Man, the costumes, the sets, the actors. I think every actor on there, maybe except one, maybe two, were of Asian descent. I mean, they're talking Japanese. A lot of it, you had to read the captions and stuff. But it was talking about this is a book, a series. I never read the book or the series, but basically this was about the last or one of the shoguns back in feudal Japan in 1600 times, and how he rose to power and how people were trying to to dethrone him and kill him and his family. And it's all kind of it's love, it's romance, it's fighting, it's deception. Like I said, they won so many awards. I think they won probably every award: best picture, best music, best actor, best actress, supporting actor, set, wardrobe, whatever you could win. Them clowns won it. But it's definitely a good show. If I'm not mistaken, they commissioned a season two, so definitely look forward to season two, because the show is fantastic. And those are my 9 TV shows. I got one movie. Let me do a recap in case you're just coming in. And like I said, this is in no particular order. But my number 9, this is not a worst to best or best to worst. It's just 9 shows that I'm watching or I have watched I think are good. Number 9, as I just said, was Shogun. Number 8 is House of the Dragon. Um, number 7 was Bel Air, Penguin, then High Potential, Tulsa King, Matlock, High Rescue, Rescue High Surf, The Equalizer, and Superman. Those are the shows that I think you should definitely check out and watch. Now, for the movie, to me, this is the best movie I've seen personally myself. A lot of people probably not going to agree with that, but this is a spiritual movie and it's called The Forge. It's made by the can't think of the name of the brothers, the Harris brothers, if I'm not mistaken. But The Forge stars Priscilla Shiver, who plays Elizabeth, Aspen Kennedy, who plays Isaiah, her son, and his mentor, Cameron Arnett, who is Joshua Moore. This movie is called The Forge, and it is about a young black man who has graduated high school, but he doesn't know what to do with his life. He is in between, I guess, dreams. His father left him early. He's got pent up anger about that. His mother is trying to make him a better person, but all he wants to do is play basketball and play video games. That's his ambition. That's what he does every day. But she pretty much gave him an ultimatum and said, hey, look, you need to go out and find a job. I'm going to give you 30 days to find this job. If you don't find this job, then you can go stay with some of your friends and sleep on their couch. So he goes out looking, but he has a very bad attitude. He's very confrontational, this kind of stuff. So he goes to this place that sells exercise equipment. It's called More Fitness, I think it is. And he meets Joshua Moore, who is the president of the company, president owner of the company. He has a bad attitude. He's filling out an application, and Mr. Moore is trying to talk to him. What do you want, man? I'm just trying to fill out this application, blah, blah, blah. He said, what are you, a salesman or something? I don't want nothing. He said, no, I'm not a salesman, but I'm the president. So, of course, Isaiah said, I ain't going to get no job here. But what he doesn't know is that Mr. Moore is a devout Christian. He believes in discipleship, and he takes this young man under his wing. In 1 year's time, Isaiah makes a complete 180. It is heartfelt. It is touching. It's good to see strong black men trying to uplift each other and to pull up young men, not necessarily black, but young men in society, and trying to put them and mentor them on the right path. So this to me was one of the best movie I've seen this year. I probably watched it already 10 times. I've cried just about all the time in certain parts because it's very refreshing to see. A lot of times we see black men depicted in such negative ways, but this movie shows us presented, black men presented in a way that can be proud of, and in a way that everybody would want to be portrayed as being a man or a woman or any race or any color here. But those are my picks. Like I said, I definitely enjoy these shows. It may be your cup of tea, they may not be your cup of tea, but these are the shows that I currently watch or have watched, and I'm going to continue to watch. That I recommend you just take a Watch one episode. You may or may not like it. You may not even heard about it, but those shows are very good. Check me out in about 15, 20 minutes. It'll be me, Anzo, JG, Chris Knight. We're going to be doing a show called Square One, where we talking NFL, some NBA. So, in about 15 minutes, catch me again on this channel and also on my other channel, The Road to Wisdom, where we be broadcasting simultaneously. And we will be doing, like I said, Square One. So, until then, hope you have a fantastic weekend. Take it easy. And until next time, peace.